All right. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. It is March 23rd, and tonight we have the privilege and opportunity to hear from some amazing women sharing their stories of their fitness journey so far. We're all still on a journey. Fitness is not a destination. It's, a way of life, and we're all on these journeys. And these ladies on this call tonight, you're going to get to hear their story and their fitness and how they decided to pay it forward and help other people along the way in their journey. And I'm so excited to hear these stories too. It's always such a blessing and a privilege to get to hear people's stories. I usually end up crying. I hope you're touched in some way as well as you hear this live, or maybe as you tune into the recording later. But my name is Abby Walsh, and I've been coaching for about 2.5 years. And I'm going to share a little bit of my story towards the end of the call. But the way that this goes is that each of these 3 ladies tonight is just going to share their story one at a time, and then at the end, I'm kind of going to close it up with my story and a little bit about what coaching is and what it isn't, because I know a lot of what I thought about coaching before I started coaching was completely not what it actually is. It is so much more, so much better than what I ever could have imagined 2.5 years ago when I started this. So I'm excited for you guys to be here tonight, and I'm going to put Sara on the spot as I ask her to share first tonight. So I'm going to unmute you, Sara, and go ahead and share.
Okay, well, hi everybody. Thanks for having me on the call tonight. I actually signed up for a coach probably around the same time as Abby did, as a coach, that is. I had 2 little kids, and I don't want to give away my exact age, but I was in my later of my mid-30s, and just had a little bit of fluff that I could not get rid of. I was, a walker and tried to do okay with fitness and just couldn't get the last little bit of weight off. So late one night, I saw an ad for Shailene Extreme. That'll give you a hint of how long it's been. And I just ordered off the TV, and I was assigned a coach just randomly. I didn't really know that much about the company then, and she was really nice and helpful, and I did a couple of challenge groups with her, and I was seeing some muscle development and some weight come off, and I was feeling really inspired, and she's like, yeah, you should totally get on the Shakeology. And I was such a not critic isn't the word, but I didn't believe that this protein shake could do all of the good that it said it would do. So I was like, no. And she's like, yeah, you got to get on it, be a coach. It'll be great. So I signed up as a coach for the discount only. And I got on the Shakeology, and it really did make a difference for me. I really did notice that my nutrition cleaned up. I was able to lose a little bit more weight. I was feeling more energized, and I was like, this is pretty good, but there's still no way I can do what this other person is doing. So I just kind of hung out for a little bit. And then after that actually is when I met Abby, and we got to talking about it, and I didn't know her first as a Beachbody coach. And once I got to know her a little bit, Abby was like, well, you should be a Beachbody coach. And I was like, I can't do what you do. There is no way. And really, actually, what Abby said to me, and I don't know if you remember this or not, but you were like, I believe that you can do it. I know that you can make a difference for somebody. And I was like, all right. I mean, who doesn't want to be useful, and who doesn't want to help somebody? So I signed on with Abby at the end of October, and I didn't think I was really going to do very much with the business, to be honest, because I didn't think that I had the knowledge or the tools to be able to help people. And I was, looking back, I was, I guess, pretty down on myself without even realizing that I was down on myself. So, through coaching, I think I've been able to help people. They say I've been able to help people, and that is amazing to watch people succeed and exceed their own expectations is very powerful and very exciting. And the other coaches that I've been able to get to know, not just the challenges, but the other coaches are really great. And when we talk about being friends and a fit family, I know some people think that that's very hokey and it's very, rah rah Beachbody-ish, but it's the truth. When you have a bunch of people that are working towards the same goals and that are trying to help people succeed, and that really believe that through empowering people to reach their fitness and nutrition goals, that we can then go a step further and encourage people to better their lives overall and to pay that forward to other people. And that is very, very powerful and positive and exciting. And to me, it's the people and it's the focus on personal development that is really key from Beachbody. When, you hear from the top down, we want you working on yourself, that's empowering as well. I'm not sure how many times I've just said powerful or empowering, but it's the truth. It's amazing. And when you have someone telling you, I want you to work on yourself, this isn't a short-term diet anymore. This isn't, okay, I'm going to do this 4-week program and be done with my life anymore. This isn't. This is life-changing in fitness, in nutrition, but also in who you are as a person. And that, I think, is just an excellent opportunity. And that's why I am glad that I'm here.
Thank you so much for sharing, Sarah. That was so beautiful. And, for me, it's what it's all about, is the community, the family. And I always tell people, and you'll hear this a little bit in my story, is that I didn't think that I was lacking anything at all in myself until I became a coach. And I saw that coaching isn't just about my physical fitness. It was about my spiritual fitness. It's brought me closer to God. It's brought me amazing relationships that I didn't know I was missing in my life. And it is just all around. You get so much more than you think you're going to get. So thank you for sharing, Sarah. That was awesome. Cortney, I'm going to have you share next. So I'm going to unmute you. And you can go ahead and start whenever you're ready.
Hi, everybody. My name's Cortney. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a 3.5-year-old little girl and a 9-month-old little boy. My Beachbody journey goes back to the original P90X with Tony Horton like 5 years ago. And my husband and I did it a little bit back then, kind of off and on. It was like my sister was doing it. And actually, the funny thing, that Bruno Mars, the Lazy song, he talks about P90X, and I was like, I want to try that. So I did. And we really liked it. And then I got pregnant with Riley. And everyone was like, oh, you shouldn't work out. You shouldn't do this. So I kind of windowed off and just walked and listened to everybody. So then after I had Riley, my husband bought me Insanity as a baby present, which is a little extreme for just having a baby. So we did that, and I really liked that too. When I started running, and whenever I started running, my knees actually started hurting a lot. So I started doing plyo a lot, and that actually built up my strength. And then with my second pregnancy, I was able to keep running and keep exercising. And I did Turbo Fire the day before I had Gavin. So I kind of use cardio as like a stress relief type of thing. And I feel like that helps a lot of people knowing that, because a lot of people, they turn to food or, going out and drinking a bottle of wine or this or that. So sharing with people that, this is how I relieve my stress helps them. And that's kind of why I was like, well, maybe I could help some people. And my husband was like, well, maybe you should ask somebody what they think. So I messaged Abby and I was like, hey, I've been doing all this stuff for 5 years. What do you think? And she thought that it would be a good idea. I never drank the Shakeology before now. And I was kind of, didn't want to do it. And I tried it, and actually it's kind of gotten me out of like a postpartum funk. Like it gave me more energy, and it gave me, you know, a lot of nutrition that I was lacking probably from breastfeeding and everything, not sleeping. So we're big supporters of Shakeology now. My husband has lost 20 pounds. So he full on went with the 21-day fix meal plan. So seeing him have so much more energy and how much happier he is, and he's, you know, he has more time to play with the kids because he isn't sitting there wanting to, you know, eat a bag of chips is great. So I've shared that whole story with everyone in my family, and they've all jumped on board now finally. And I think that I've just found more happiness and joy through being a coach. And that's why I would recommend it to everybody else.
That's so great. No, that's perfect. Seriously, I love what you had to say because, you know, especially when you're talking about, you know, you and Sarah had a lot of the same reactions when it comes to, hey, I don't know about this Shakeology stuff. I mean, I've been doing these workouts, but Shakeology is another story. And for, you know, both of you to feel that way and both of you to have that reaction where you notice such a difference in Shakeology, especially yours, speaks to me because for me, I started drinking Shakeology when my daughter was 7 months old. And I tell so many people, for me, Shakeology, I didn't need to lose weight at that time in my life anymore. I'd lost the weight from my baby, but I was in this funk, just like you're talking about. I hadn't found me again. I hadn't felt like me again. I lost the weight, but I didn't feel like me. And I felt like me after I started drinking Shakeology. And it's amazing what our body can do when we're replenished with the nutrients that we need and when we're fueled with the foods that we need to be able to take care of our baby and ourselves. And it's not selfish to take care of ourselves. As moms, sometimes it's hard to feel like it's okay to take care of you. And I don't know if there's anybody that could speak better to that than Miss Tammy, who's speaking next, who got her time in life back to work on herself. So Tammy, go ahead and share your story.
All right. Well, I'll tell you how old I am. I'm 48. So it was one of those, you know, I'm a mom of 4 boys, so they're men. But my oldest is 24. I've got twins in the middle that are 22, and my youngest is 20. So it's been busy, and now it's quiet. But I've got 1 married, 3 in college, and hopefully someone will be home during the summer. You never know anymore. But I started with the Shakeology and the 21-day fix because my oldest son got engaged. And my biggest reason for doing it was I did not want at Craig's wedding to wear Spanx. I did not want anything to suck me in because I did that for my niece's wedding, and I went to the bathroom and had a terrible time pulling them back up. And I didn't want that at Craig's wedding. And at the time, that summer of 2014, I was the heaviest I ever was. And being premenopausal, because of my age, I couldn't lose the weight. I mean, even with the boys and the twins, I was always able to lose 10 pounds, 15. I'd always gain it back, but then, you know, I would lose it again. So it was always a roller coaster. And I was not losing anything in that time. So I saw Abby's post on Facebook, and it caught my attention. And I thought, I knew Abby from years ago from Zumba at Ghost Rider. So I thought, oh, that bubbly girl that, you know. So I reached out to her, and I'll be honest, we must have talked a good month because I'm a mom, and who wants to spend that kind of money on us? We just, you know. So we went round and round, and I finally decided to do it because of the money back guarantee. But a year and a half later, you can see I didn't use the money back guarantee. But I was one that Abby had asked a couple times just to get the coaching discount. And I was like, well, no, it took 8 months for me to finally, do that, to get that. And then I decided, I've always liked Facebook. I've always used it kind of as a, to witness to people on Facebook. So I thought, this might be an interesting aspect that I can help people, because this is one program that works. It's a lifestyle change. Dane has jumped on, it took him a while, just seeing what it's done for me. Dane drinks shake, my husband Dane drinks Shakeology and exercises with me. It's the greatest thing to work out with him, every night. We have a blast. We push each other and we scream and we yell because we just are ready to die, but we're doing it together. My boys all think I'm nuts. They've thought I was nuts from day one. They've unfriended me on Facebook. But I'm to the point now where it's like, I love this, and I love helping people, and I love just my challenge groups. There's nothing better than when you start a challenge group and a week into it, you get one of your challengers letting you know that they're sleeping better. They've got more energy. They've lost 5 pounds, and they're just, and that to me is what it's all about. We all get compensated for it, which is great. For us, that just gets put in a savings that helps. We've been able to, the boys, I've got 3 in college, in the fall and the spring, they all need books. One thing that's helped us with is usually they charge it all, and it takes us a couple payments to get that, but with this, we're able to pay that charge off. We just put new garage doors on the garage through, with that money. So, it's building in that savings, and it's there for when we need it. We've got another wedding coming up next year, so that to me is an added bonus. My main reason for doing this is reaching out to people, encouraging people, loving on people, sharing Jesus. My biggest thing is, I'm going to help you on the outside, but I also want to fill you up on the inside with Jesus. So that's, my main goal. I love it. I work full-time during the day, and then I also work part-time at Kohl's. And I've been able through this to be able to cut my hours back at Kohl's. I'm only there on Saturdays now, because you don't want to lose that Kohl's discount as being an employee. So you got to stay there for at least a little bit. But it's just, I'm having a blast. Like I said, the boys just look at me and shake their head, but hey, it's paying for things. I'm having fun, and being empty nesters, it gives me something to do. So, and it's got Dane on board, and we're the healthiest, craziest people around. So we're having fun.
That's so awesome. I started crying a little bit during your story, Tammy, because Tammy's story is one of those stories that really get me, and they tug on my heart, because, and I'll probably start crying. This is the reason why I coach and why everybody on our team coaches. It's to help people who don't believe that they can do it wake up every day and push play on a workout at home, to eat a little healthier every day. Changes aren't made overnight. We didn't get the way that we are overnight, and it takes us time to really make a lifestyle change. There's so many products out there on the market that claim a quick fix and, something that you can do overnight to feel better and be thinner. But, what we're all about at Beachbody is, changing for life, getting healthier on the inside, getting healthier mentally, building relationships, having a support system. Anybody can buy a workout at Walmart or on the internet or anywhere and, attempt to do it. But it sits dusty on the shelf most of the time. But having a coach, having somebody who says, no, you can work out today. I know you're sore. I know you're tired. I am too. But we're going to do this together. That's what makes the difference. That's what gets people results. And stories like Tammy's, the people that say, no, I can't spend the money on me. Maybe another time will be better for me. They need people like me, like the other ladies on this call, like you out there listening right now, they need people like you to say, you're worth it. You're worth it. You need to fill up your cup and invest in yourself before you can be the best mom, the best wife, the best whoever, for whomever. And, it all starts with you being your best. So thank you so much for sharing, Tammy. A little bit about me to wrap this call up tonight, guys, is that, I've been in fitness for a long time now. I have my master's in nutrition and I own a gym, and you don't need to do any of that to be a Beachbody coach, but I was already in fitness. So to me, I thought this Beachbody thing was crazy. I was like, I have a gym. I like to work out at the gym. I mean, we could run outside. We could do anything. We don't need to work out in our house. Like, that's not real fitness. That's what I thought before Beachbody. I also thought that this Shakeology stuff had to be crazy, that people were paying so much money for a protein shake. I was like, this is just ridiculous. Just eat real food, people. I remember saying that. I was like, just eat real food. I don't know what you guys are doing, but just eat real food. And, I had clients coming to me and asking me, hey, Abby, what about all these supplements out there on the market? I can't mention them all because that would be bad, and I don't want to slam any other products. But, people brought lots of things to the table, and they were asking me, what about this and what about that? And Shakeology was one of those things. And I said, pump the brakes, guys. I need to check all this stuff out for you before I'm going to say you can do anything. But what I can say is you can't take any pills. Don't take any pills, and I'll get back to you later. So I started doing some research. I really dug into everything I could find on all these different products. And what I found was that very easily, most of them I could just be like, trash can, that's awful. These ingredients are awful for you. And like I said a minute ago, I was getting my master's in nutrition at this time. I was almost done with my program, and I had a lot of knowledge. And I couldn't believe that people were getting fooled by the health industry by thinking these products were healthy. They were being marketed as weight loss products or as all natural health products. And all of them were just awful for you, had my top no ingredients in them. And then I got to Shakeology, and I was looking through the ingredient list, and I was like, this stuff seems all right. Like, it's checking out. And then, I did some research on their website and how it was processed and, where they get the ingredients from and everything that goes into it. And I was like, if this stuff is half of what I can find, it's okay. So I'm going to order a bag for myself, and I'm going to see what it's like before I tell anybody else that they can do it too. And so I was getting on to order a bag of Shakeology, and I remember reading the website top down, front, back, all the fine print. And I noticed that if you signed up to be a coach, it was cheaper to get Shakeology. And I was like, I'm all about a deal. This stuff seems pretty expensive to begin with. So I'm going to be a coach, whatever that means. And I signed up to be a coach that day. Fast forward, and, I'll tell you that back then I thought network marketing was crazy. I thought direct sales was crazy. I thought those were all pyramid schemes and get rich quick kind of things that weren't real. And I prejudged it, and I said, I'm not going to have anything to do with that. I really enjoy the discount on Shakeology, but that's about all the further this train's going to go. And then I started falling in love with the way I felt drinking Shakeology. I started falling in love with my coach and the people that she introduced me to that were all about this whole positive lifestyle, right? I mean, we're bombarded with so much negativity in just day-to-day life and on social media and everywhere we go. And it was like a breath of fresh air to be surrounded by other people and other women who were like, you've got this, you can do this. Like, I hope you're having a great day. I'm praying for you. List after list of these positive things in life. And I was like, I could use a little more of that. This is a little contagious, and I started digging into it a little bit more and just being involved. And then I found myself talking about Shakeology all the time. And I was like, this is cool, and you should try it, and I was getting other people to get on board without even really realizing it. And then fast forward again, the 21-Day Fix came out in February of 2014. This program made me a Beachbody believer for real, for life. Because like I said, I'm a nutrition person, and this was a real nutrition plan, not a quick fad diet, but a way you could eat for the rest of your life that was simple and anybody could do it. And I was like, I stand behind this company 100% now. I was watching my husband get results. My husband didn't do one darn workout. He lost 15 pounds in 21 days. I was like, wow, I'm a nutritionist and I wasn't eating enough protein. So many things that this program was doing in my family, and I started paying it forward in the lives of others. And when you watch people get results, real results, they're able to button pants they could never button, and they're able to go to a store and try something on and not cry in the dressing room, and they're able to just smile at themselves in the mirror for the first time. That's where joy is. That's where you find fulfillment in what you're doing. And then I couldn't believe I was getting paychecks for that. I was like, what? I get paid for this? Like, I was just ready to tell my friends about where I like to eat. I like to drink this shake. I was just telling my friends about a good workout that they could do. And I was getting paid for it. I was feeling awesome, and I was making my best friends. And that's what coaching is all about. Fast forward, I'm 2.5 years into this journey, and I now can afford the mortgage on my building with this money. I now can go on luxury vacations that I couldn't have afforded in my regular life. I just got back from a cruise that was entirely paid for by Beachbody, rewarding me for helping people live healthier lives. And this is an amazing opportunity. And I would encourage you, if you're somebody that has a heart for helping other people, if you're somebody that would just like some more positivity in your life, if you're somebody that would just love to feel a little bit better every day, I'd encourage you to join our fitness family. We would love to have you. So to close this call up today, what I want to tell you is a little bit just about what Beachbody is and what it isn't. As I mentioned a little bit, this is not a get rich quick, fast kind of thing. Beachbody coaches are directly compensated for the amount of work and effort they're willing to put in. For the number of lives you change, that's how you're compensated, by people we help. So if you're willing to put forth effort, you will be rewarded for the effort that you're willing to put in. But this is not something where I'm going to promise you money tomorrow, because it is about helping people. And if you're not in it for helping people, you'll never be successful with this business. But Beachbody is an opportunity that's available to anybody. You don't have to be a personal trainer or a nutritionist like I am. Regular people every day are helping other people by just joining alongside them and helping them just take one step at a time to be a better person, to press play on a workout, and to eat a little bit better. So you don't have to have any credentials for this, but by joining our family, our fitness family, you get all the resources and training that you need to be successful. We help train you and guide you through every step of the way. You don't have to be at your goal weight. That's not what this is about. It's about being present every day, exactly where you are, and inspiring people to get going. So how do you join? To join as a coach, it's just $39.95, a one-time enrollment fee, and then $15.95 a month is your business fee. That's waived if you buy a challenge pack or if you've bought a challenge pack before, which is a fitness program and Shakeology together. If you're interested in doing that, that's definitely the way to go. You save money, and I love a deal. So talk to your coach about that, who sent you to this call, if you're interested in joining as a Team Beachbody coach. The last thing I'll tell you is that the opportunities with this company are limitless. You can decide to do this just for a discount and enjoy it like I did in the beginning and all I ever thought I was going to do. You can help a few people along the way as they cross your path, or you can pursue this full-heartedly as a career like I've done. P.S. I never thought I would do that, but like I've done today. So this is for anybody and everybody, and I would love the opportunity to talk to you further, and so would the coach that brought you to this call today. But thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions at all, just reach out to me or one of the ladies that sent you here, and we'd be happy to answer your questions. Thanks for tuning in and taking your time to listen to this call and hear these great stories, and thank you to you ladies for speaking tonight. Have a great night, everybody. Talk to you later.